Thanks for joining me for the 5th video in our Getting Started with PITCHcrm series, Designing Email Templates. So far we've talked about managing contacts and lists, static and dynamic campaigns. Now let's take a deeper dive into designing email templates. Templates are the body of the emails that you are sending out to your contacts. And getting those created or designed beforehand can really save you a ton of time when you need to get an email out right away. So I just jumped over to our template manager, where you can see here are some of the templates created within this account in My Templates. There is a template library that you can use and find templates that we've assigned into your account. It's a great starting place, and you can come in and customize the images and text inside to make it your own. And then we have the Sent Campaign folder of templates, and that doesn't necessarily mean that the template was actually sent out. It just means that it was inside of a campaign. So to create a template, we'll start in Templates, or Template Manager, and a new template. When you click New Template, you have the option to go ahead and start with a previous template if you would like. I'm going to click Blank Template here, and you will see that templates, or the blank template, there is a little blue box, and that is called a row. In the Editor tab on the right-hand side, you've got different rows available for you to use, and you just simply click and drag those into the body of your template. Once the rows are there, you can come in and add the types of content inside of each one. So I want an image at the top of my logo, and then let's say we'll put a divider there, a text box, a button, social buttons. And then in the Settings tab of the editor, you can customize the width of the entire email, the background colors, the link colors, the fonts, all of that you can customize within Settings. For the width, we do recommend keeping the width under 600 pixels. You can see the pixel count here, but that just helps so it doesn't have to shrink down so much for mobile screens. Most of your contacts are going to be reading the email on a mobile phone, so it's best to design it with that in mind. You can actually use our mobile design preview here to design it specifically for mobile, and it will transition to desktop view. Designing templates is one of those things that it looks easy watching me do this. However, it's one of those things you just have to use a few times to get a feel for it. It is not difficult at all, but if you've never used a drag and drop editor like this, it can be a little bit intimidating at first. My one recommendation for you as far as the overall design would be to use multiple rows. Using multiple rows does a few things for the message itself. Number one, it helps it transition better to all devices, whether your contacts are reading it in Gmail or Yahoo, Outlook, mobile phone versus desktop. Using the different rows definitely helps with that, so it is presented in a way that you intended when your contacts receive it. It also makes it a little easier to format everything and get this text centered up with this image, or just move things around so that they show up correctly for your contacts. So now that we've added the image content inside of the body, we can browse to add images. There is a library of free stock photos that you can search through and use. This is actually really cool. It aggregates different free stock photo sites into one search tool. You just search by keyword and find one you like. Once you import images, you're going to see your template library fill up with your recently used images. So you don't have to always upload the ones from your computer, which you can do here. Just upload any PNG or JPEG image on your device, or look through the ones you've used in the past. Let's go through and let me upload a logo for us. All right, so now we can insert that into the body of the email, and you'll see more editor options pop up on the right when you do. So from here, I can adjust the sizing. We can align it within that row. We can add links to the image. So I can link my website to my logo. If my logo is clicked, we can link to a specific website. And one really cool thing for the beginning or the first image in your template, you can actually insert a text preview using the alternate text. And this is a place where you can add a little description of what that email or what this email is about that your contacts will likely see before they even open the email. So just a little preview text using alternate text. For the text content, it is just like any other text editor you have ever used. You type in what you want to say, and then you can format it however you would like using the text editor. We do give you a tool we call merge tags, and merge tags is what you can use to insert every contact's first name, last name, membership start and end dates, their next tea time that they have scheduled, or the last tea time, or their birthday. It's a way for you to personalize the message to each individual contact, and it inserts that based on the data we have in Manage Contacts. Buttons are used to do different actions, so I can make buttons open web pages, send emails, make calls or text, and all we have to do is insert what number we want them to call. Most often it's used for web pages, so I can copy and paste the links to my website, and that way when your contacts click the button, that's where they will be directed. You can change the colors of that as well and the text inside. And then I can format the text and the text color, all of that, with the editor on the right. Your social buttons are very much the same. Just copy and paste the links to the pages you want to use. You can delete any social media pages you don't have active. You can even change the color of these icons as well, and just copy and paste your links, and that is the basis of getting an email and using the different content types within our template builder. If you use the video content type, you can it'll show a preview of that video within the email itself, so you'll see that thumbnail. Once the initial design is there, I can preview what it's going to look like in desktop. Always take a look at mobile. 80% of your contacts are going to read it on a mobile phone, so take a look. You'll see some of the rows will have to shrink down when to a phone screen size. So this button has moved below the text instead of beside it. So you just want to make sure that everything is aligned properly within those previews. You can also send yourself a test email. Just type in your address and send test, and then save this as a template. Will allow you to pull it into a campaign later down the road, and when you save as a template, it actually retains all of your links and everything, so you don't have to always copy and paste those. One pro tip I can give you would be to create a template with the header and footer that is standard across all of your emails, and then you can just pull that template in and add to it for any templates you're creating in the future. And so let's say our preview, we noticed that our button was not centered within the text. You can actually adjust that with padding, and there's actually, you have padding for the row itself, and then also padding for that piece of content as well. So you see the blue box, you see it's got row in that icon there, and I can click there within the row to adjust padding for the entire row. Let's say if I add padding there, you see it moves my text down, and then I can select the other column of that row to move the button down, or left or right, however you want to do that. Alternatively, you can adjust the padding for each individual piece of content. So adjusting left and right within that button content changes how wide the button shows. Or I can move and make it bigger up and down as well, or on the top and bottom. And you also have, a lot of people don't see these, you have an undo and redo button, version history button at the bottom of this window, kind of tucked down, so some people miss it, but that can save you. It has saved me quite a few times when editing templates. So this is the foundation of designing templates. It's one of those things you have to try to create some yourself to get a feel for using the editor. It is not difficult by any means, and you can make emails as pretty and professionally designed as any that you've ever seen in the past using our editor. It's full of functionality for you to do so. Just get in, start clicking around, and figuring out how to design them yourself. Once done, we'll click Save and Next at the top, and we can name this new template. Give it a description if you choose, and now it is saved for us to use in a campaign whenever we are ready. Thanks for checking out this video on designing templates in PITCHcrm. I will add links in the description to the next video, which is all about tags and creating forms within PITCHcrm. So check the link in the description below for the next video, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions for us.